Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, but I just had a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I'm going to start uploading more on a regular basis, maybe a couple times a week, maybe once a week. I don't know what exactly my schedule will allow me to do, but I'm going to start uploading on a regular basis. Today's video is something that's very special to me and close to my heart. Kobe Bryant, as we know, passed away last year and has been an inspiration to a lot of young kids and a lot of young athletes to pick up the basketball and to play the game that they love. His inspiration and his mentality is something that's inspired me to become who I am today. So today we're going to talk about how exactly that was created and how the Mamba Mentality was formed and helped Kobe become the person he was on this earth. So with that being said, cue the intro. So before we get into what moment created the Mamba Mentality, in my opinion, we need to go over what the Mamba Mentality is. In an interview with someone while he was on tour in China, Kobe Bryant went over what the Mamba Mentality is, and we're going to be watching a little bit of that. It goes into 5 pillars. First, passion. Second, obsessiveness. Third, relentlessness. 4, resilience. And 5, fearless. Kobe Bryant does a lot better job explaining this than I ever can. So we're just going to watch what he has to say on that.
Talk about the development of the Mamba Mentality, the pillars, the 5 pillars of this Mamba Mentality, and then we'll kind of break it down.
Well, I mean, overall, the idea is a very simple one. And, the Mamba Mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest.
When we talk about trying to get kids to be passionate, I don't think your situation is the norm. Not every kid knows their passion at 2 or 5, right? How do kids find that passion then?
Well,
right?
I think as
because
parents we just try to...
you embraced it right away too.
I mean, I think as parents we try to put them in different things, try to expose them to as many things as possible, and then see if there's one thing that connects with them. Because if it does, you don't have to tell them to do it. Whether it's writing or painting or drawing, if they have that passion, you don't have to tell them. They'll go off and do it because it's just fun. They'd rather do that than anything else. So, but as parents, it's our job to just expose them to as many things as possible and see which one they gravitate to the most.
Right. How do you develop that, or where do you learn that from?
Well, I think it's just it's just a matter of what's important to you, and what's important to you for whatever reason. I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. Right? So the reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable about it, because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be. And so that's where it comes from for me. You can't leave any stone unturned. But the important thing to understand is you can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. Right? I mean, you're tired. You're literally this far away from the line. Why would you not go that extra to touch the line? Right? So if I let him get away with that, right, all of a sudden he starts maybe to cheat something over here, right? Not give his best over here. Not give his best over here. And as years go on, he's going to be he's not going to reach his full potential because he's been taking these little shortcuts that just add up. And you can't let that happen. Our job as teachers, as mentors, as inspirers, it's our responsibility to hold them accountable to those things.
How do you get that? Talk about what is the meaning of relentlessness to you?
Well, it's to never, to be unyielding.
Never give an inch to anybody.
Never. Like you're always going after it, always going after it. And if there's a challenge that ensues, oh, good, I want to see how I stack up to that. So you go after it. And it's just, it's fun. It's like you get a chance to compete against opponents, and you get a chance to see where you stack up against them. It's like, I want to see. Maybe I'm not good enough today. If that's fine. I'll be good enough the next time I see you, though. And you get a chance to always measure yourself. And it's just fun to do that. So I guess that's where relentlessness comes from.
you know, when you talk about injuries, you know, people sprain their ankles, dislocate your fingers, but Achilles,
Yeah.
you know, people don't come back from that.
Well,
Athletes don't come back from that to the level they were before.
Yeah.
How do you get that resilience? How do you fight that?
Well, what I did is, you know, I went home and I was just really angry. And
Angry?
I was angry. I was mad. I was angry. I worked so hard for us to get to the playoffs and to have a chance to win another championship, and then this happened. So I had a lot of anger. And then from the anger, then I was sad. And then you start feeling bad for yourself. And then you say, all right, okay, I'm done being a baby. Okay, what am I going to do now? Because I can't sit here and give up. That's not an option. So now what?
How long was the cycle from this anger?
This is one night.
One night.
This is one night. It's one night. It was
because
like,
you started writing in the middle of the night, right? You wrote that. You wrote that.
And then it was okay. What are we gonna do? So it was, yeah, it was one night. But then then you start. It's a process. You look at process. Mm-hmm. What am I gonna do? What can I control? Surgery. We'll do the surgery. Come out of the surgery, recover. From there, physical therapy. Okay, physical therapy. Piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. Start running. Back on the court. And so I broke things down into sections and said, okay, I'm going to focus on resting right now. This is it. I'm going to focus on moving my toes and then walking. And then, so you look at every challenge at every step. And that's how you're able to be resilient and come back from these things.
Last one, to be fearless. You know, that's something that I think every young adult, young kids, they face their fears, right? Mm-hmm. What does that mean to be fearless? Why is that such an important part of the Mamba mentality?
Well, I mean, because I think the greatest fear that we face is ourselves. Actually, you know, I think it's not anything that's external or anything that's superficial. I think the greatest fear you face is yourself, because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have, and it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it, no matter what. Go for it, not for anybody else, but for yourself.
So now that we know what the Mamba mentality is all about, and we know the 5 pillars that were put in place by Kobe Bryant, creating Mamba mentality, I want to show you one moment that I think is the reason why the Mamba mentality was formed. Now, yes, there could be arguments of many other instances and many other things across Kobe Bryant's whole life, but I think it's this one moment that really exemplifies the Mamba mentality. It shows his passion, his obsessiveness, his relentlessness, his resilience, and his fearlessness. And as a preface to this, remember, it's not what happens in the moment, but how he reacts to what happens in the moment. So there will be 2 clips. The first moment is what happens. The second clip is what happens after.
So Kobe Bryant, the young rookie, straight from high school. 8 seconds left. Bryant guarded by Russell. 5 seconds left. 4. Bryant drives, pull up, shot on the way. No good. Carvalho rebounds. We go to overtime. With Eldon Campbell, the Lakers get the tip. One bounce, wide right, Van Exel fakes, knock away, cross court left, open Kobe Bryant for 3, another air ball. He shoots back-to-back air ball, Jazz basketball.
That's hard to believe.
Stockton left to right, over to Carvalho, 50-footer for the base, yes! Stockton to Malone! Stockton to Malone! Jazz up 93-89. Bryant faking, driving to the hoop, crashes in the tag, banks it in, no foul. Kobe Bryant with 11 points. Stockton left side. Stock low to Carvalho on the angle left. Fakes a pass, backs up, 15-footer. Good! Available! 32 points for Carvalho. 96-93. Jazz with the lead. Left side, Van Exel. Up top to Eddie Jones, jumping up, won't go. Rebound, Hornacek holding. Back it in. Fake right, turn left. Oh, a rainbow. Shot won't go. Rebound, grabbed by Eddie Jones for the Lakers. Van Exel, yo-yo. Van Exel backs it out, straight away to Kobe Bryant. Bryant for 3. It's short again. Air ball. Air ball. The young rookie, 3 times. He shot air balls here at pressure. Stockton with the ball. 37 seconds left. Stockton to Horty. Hornacek drive right side. Go to the hoop. Scoop it up. Won't go. Rebound in the far corner. Grabbed away by the Lakers. To Van Exel. Van Exel front court. Jazz with him. Stockton all over him. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Here's a three-pointer. Air ball again by Kobe Bryant. Another air ball. 4 seconds left. It's Stockton. It's over. It's over. I do believe. It's over. It's all over. Jazz knocked the Lakers out. 4 games to 1.
You know, I really thought that was a defining moment in his career. You know why? If somebody would have shot an air ball on our team and had shot a second one, they were going to shoot a third one. He was fearless. I think that's one of the things that spurred him to greatness. He wasn't going to allow himself to fail.
I mean, what was kind of your off-season routine?
I didn't have an off-season. I went straight to Palisades High that night. As soon as we landed, I went straight to the gym, and the janitor, he opened up the gym for me, and I was there till the sun came out. And I was back there again the next day, and then the next day after that, the next day after that.
So it's moments like these that really show what the Mamba mentality is, what it takes to become Kobe Bryant, what it takes to implement the Mamba mentality. Now, yes, there are many other instances of him being resilient, fearless, obsessive, any one of the 5 pillars. But I think at this moment, being so early in his career, it set him up for a good base. Kobe Bryant wasn't going to allow the fear of failure to define him. He was going to come over that. He was going to become clutch. He wasn't going to let the air balls define him. Comment down below other instances of Kobe showing his Mamba mentality. Other instances where he was fearless, obsessive, relentless, or any one of the 5 pillars. Remember, as always, this is just my opinion. You're able to create your own opinion. I just think it's interesting to think about. Kobe Bryant creating the Mamba mentality, becoming who he is. It was a journey. It was a process. It was all the 5 things that made him become who he is and why we loved him for who he was. To finish this video off, I just wanted to say, comment down below your favorite memory of Kobe Bryant, why you loved watching him play. And if you wouldn't mind to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out a lot and gets more people to watch. So if you like videos like this and want to see more content like this, drop a like and a subscription. And as always, I'm Hoop Rat.